So a huge problem online is people talking like experts on topics that they do not understand. Alright? And this one video that was forwarded to me really fucking pissed me off. Alright? It's by some MMA trainer talking about why depression is not real. Have a listen to what he has to say.
There is no such thing as depression. Okay, for years I thought I had depression. The truth is, I was hiding my weaknesses and my incompetence behind this word depression, because it's much sexier to be depressed. Who wants to admit that they're weak and incompetent? It's an insult to the ego. So the ego invents this complex problem, imaginary complex problem, depression. The truth is, man, everybody who says they're depressed or anxious, they're just weak and incompetent. They need to fucking get strong like a fighter, and they need to get good at something. They need to be good at something in the world, some skill, some craft, something. It's about strength and it's about competence. Stop hiding behind this word depression.
So now I don't know what your expertise is, but I am a psychology graduate, and not just that, but I was a topper in my college at it. Alright? Having said that, I still don't consider myself an expert on psychology. Alright? And still I have enough sense to know that you giving a personal experience as a proof of fact that an entire science does not exist is the stupidest thing by far. Alright? You be an expert in your field, don't talk of another. Alright? Depression is nature and nurture. Some people are hardwired biologically to produce chemicals in their brain that trigger depression. Alright? Some people are hardwired to behave in certain ways that manifest depression. Nature, that is nature. Nurture is a completely different thing. They can go through a lot of situations that can lead to depression. Alright? And by saying that depression does not exist, you're actually mocking these people. Taking from points you yourself said, you're talking strength and competence. Alright, let's talk about strength. I know some of the strongest guys in the world who have committed suicide. Alright, top strength athletes, fight athletes, combat athletes, warriors, alright, veterans from the war. If you haven't heard, they suffer from PTSD, and a lot of them commit suicide. Are you telling me those men are not strong? Right? Is that what you want to say? I personally know MMA fighters who are way better than you, who will kick your ass down to the mat within seconds, who suffer from depression. Are you telling me that depression is not real, that they are weak? If they are weak, why would they be able to kick your ass down in seconds? Alright? But I'm not going to name them because it's just stupid and lame to get into that discussion here. Let's come to point number 2. You're talking of competence. Alright? Robin Williams, one of the finest actors of our time, committed suicide. Are you telling me he was not competent at what he does? Alright? Kurt Cobain, one of the finest musicians ever, committed suicide. You're telling me he was not competent? Heath Ledger, alright? The Joker from The Dark Knight, he committed suicide. You're telling me he was not competent at what he does? So take your half-baked knowledge and shove it up where it belongs, and do not speak on topics you do not understand. Alright? And do everybody else a favor and let people who actually suffer through depression get the treatment that they actually need. Yes, working out and combat sports help you deal with certain parts of depression. They do not cure depression or make it vanish. Alright? I myself have been manic depressive for years. I myself am majorly into powerlifting and MMA. Alright? And I use training as a tool to deal with depression. It does not cure depression. And anybody who says that it does is a pure motherfucking idiot. Alright? Over and out.